Hey guys, HMK once again with another speculation video, but before I get into it, I just want to say, you know I love doing these speculation videos. I love theorizing about things in the future of gaming, including Kingdom Hearts and The Legend of Zelda. So for this video about Breath of the Wild, I want to go ahead and dub this series an actual series. I'm like, what am I going to name it? How about something that gets hyped while we're thinking about stuff? Because I think that's what my channel is truly about. So let's call it Hypotheticals. Hypotheticals. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. But before I continue, I gotta give a big shout out to my boy King's Eyes, because he's the one who gave me the idea to name this Hypotheticals. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to his Twitter in the description box below, so check out his stuff. He does a lot of great banner work, alright? So check him out. So anyways, the question I want to ask, the hypothetical that I want to pose to you is the Master Sword going to break in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Also, by the way guys, before I get into the Master Sword breaking, before I get into that real stuff, I did a whole theory about the rusted Master Sword with my good boy, one of my favorite YouTubers, You of Win. So be sure to check that out right here. Click on this link. Now, first and foremost, the only inclination that we've seen Master Sword even coming close to breaking, I'm not talking about dull, I'm not talking about weakening, I'm not talking about any other stuff. The only thing we've seen where the Master Sword has been broken is in that weird Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons commercial that we had over in America, which was pretty cool because it shows Link CG. I'm like, man, this looks great! And I'm like, Ocarina of Time Link? I'm like, no, it's for the GBA games. But look cool. But in this commercial, you see the Master Sword broken, and Link uses the Harp of Ages in order to turn back time and make sure it's all clean and nice again. I mean, like, even though something like that hasn't really been in the game, but whatever. That's the only time we've seen it broken or anything like that. But other than that, the Master Sword has always been that one blade, that one clean, strong blade, the one with the power to smite evil, the blade of evil's bane. But now, could it break? Both gameplay-wise and story-wise, because story-wise we see the sword and it's seen way better days. Oh my god, this sword looks horrible. It's chipped, it's rusted, it's in really bad shape. It's in a horrid shape. And because it's in that type of shape, maybe it could break in the story, maybe it could break while it's in the pedestal, and then you'll have to, like, you know, make sure you take it out the right way. If you don't, it's broken, it's done. But according to Nintendo and producers of Breath of the Wild, they confirmed that every weapon in this game has the ability to break or shatter or anything like that. So I mean, like, if and when you do get the Master Sword and you use it in combat, it's gonna break. Will it break? I'm pretty sure it might break given to what it looks like, because we've seen clean swords that aren't the Master Sword eventually break when you give them too much wear and tear and you use it too much on enemies or whatnot. Also, is there a way to truly, like, get rid of the sword? Because there's a lot of cliffs and there's a lot of chasms in this game, and I've seen people in the demo where they had the sword, because you have the ability to throw your items. I see them throw their sword off the cliff and they're like, what now? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Do I get my sword back? I'm like, no, you threw it off a cliff, it's gone! Like, and they're like, what? And then they have to, like, you know, rummage throughout the world with no weapon, and they just have to find a weapon. So what would happen if you had the Master Sword and threw it off a cliff? These are the questions I want to ask about Breath of the Wild. I'm like, what will happen? I've had, like, the kind of mini pseudo theory where that if the Master Sword breaks, or if you decide to throw off a cliff and lose it, where you're not able to have it on your party or whatnot, or on your, you know, equipment, then the Master Sword being a magical weapon, it reforms back at the pedestal of time where you're supposed to go get it in the Lost Woods or wherever it is in Breath of the Wild, and you have to go and trek and get it back if you want to get the Master Sword. And the Master Sword usually is one of the most powerful weapons in the Zelda series, and if not the penultimate weapon in the Zelda series, because there are swords that are stronger in terms of attack power, like the Big Goron Sword in Ocarina of Time, but more than likely the sword has some type of meaning, because even though the Big Goron Sword is stronger than the Master Sword, you can't beat Ganon unless you have the Master Sword. So you're gonna have to need this thing, and if you lose it, it'll probably go back to the like, you know, reform at the pedestal, and then you gotta go back and draw it again, and if it breaks again, you go back, draw it again, or if you throw off a cliff like an idiot again, you have to go back and you have to pull it up again. And these are these questions I want to ask when it comes to Breath of the Wild, because they said every weapon can break. The Master Sword has not been known for breaking, but the Master Sword looks horrible in this state. So can the Master Sword break? That is the hypothetical I want to pose to you guys. Do you want the Master Sword to break? Do you want to have the ability to break? I'm pretty sure at one point in the game we're going to be able to fix this thing. If not, damn. But I want to know what you guys think about the prospect of the Master Sword breaking. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember how I said about the Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages commercial? I mean, like, I don't know if you guys saw that, but you should definitely watch it. Leave what you think about the commercial in the comment section below, because I think I'll be hyped and I'm like, I was a kid back then, don't even give me that. Alright, so until the next Legend of Zelda video, until the next hypothetical video, until the next Breath of the Wild video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.